So that's what something I wanted to ask you about as well. So when you, okay, let's say there's like a guy that's trained, he's past his noob gains period, right? Like he's trained for 2 years, like something or the other. So he's lost that noob gain potential, but he's training and he's on a surplus. He's eating like 500 calories more, let's say. So what would you say is the most important for growing, like from your experience? I'm not talking like scientifically or whatever, but from your experience, is it diet? Is it sleep, genetics? Like if you, so I would say the things would be genetics, not in order, but just overall what it could be, right? So macros, sleep,
Definitely.
hydration, rest, genetics, training volume, training style, like strength training or bodybuilding training, and supplements like creatine. Obviously, I'm not talking like steroids or something, but just supplements. So what would you say is the most important? And if you had to like go for you from your experience, but this is after noob gains, you've trained 2 years and then to grow.
I think like at the beginning my idea was like you need to really really train hard, be careful with your diet, like you need, as you said, like to be in a caloric surplus if you want to gain muscles, and to have like the basic idea of what amount of fats, proteins, carbs you should like take, and then like the training. But I think when you are past the noob gains, the details just really come into play here. Like you really need to find what is the best style of training for you. For example, for me, I can really say that the best training program for me is like to have like 2 or 3 like sets, really like medium difficulty. And the last set would be like the top set where I just go past the failure. And for example, my training partner, because like for this training, the training partner is required for me. He needs to really help me with like 2 or 3 reps, and like really only one series to failure, and it should be the last one, and you need to be in full strength. And it helped me tremendously to gain more size, to be like, and it helps also my regeneration, because like, oh sorry,
Yeah, but when you say failure, do you mean failure as in like heavy, or you mean failure as in reps?
Heavy. Like
Okay,
I would put like 6 to 8 reps.
okay.
So it is for me like heavy, and then just try like 2 or 3 like reps more. Pass your failure with your partner, but do it only one like set with your like training partner, only one set, and then you move on to another exercise, and then you do one like this kind of set. So it is really all in all, the training is really fast. I think you can like finish your training in 1 hour. Your regeneration is really like better, because these guys tend to exercise like, for example, 4 or 5 really heavy sets, but they are like really tired after the training, and the generation, I think, lags. So it is better to really give it all to only one set, at least for me, and I can like regenerate well. I can like do this like for 1 or 2, even 3 months, like without any pauses, without any like pauses from training or deloads, or like higher calorie in terms of diet, and I can really like put on a really lean size of muscles. And of course, as you said, like the nutrition, I think it is really great if you can like do these like dishes very tasteful for you. like really like rich in macronutrients and nutrients, but it needs to be like tasteful even for you. You need to find like your own groceries which really suit you, and they are also healthy. And it doesn't have to be like chicken, rice, like 4 portions a day, the same meal, and you would hate it like for like in 3 months, even like in, or I don't know, in like 1 or 2 3 years. So you need to find what suits you best. You like you can like read million articles about like science. I think it is like the basic thing, but then you need to like tailor it up to yourself, like really individually.
But for you, last time we spoke, you do high carbs, right? You respond best to high carbs.
Yeah.
So like mostly rice, you would say, or
Rice, potatoes, then rice, potato, pasta, then definitely like oatmeal. Then I don't know how to say it in English, but yahli. I think this like really many kinds of like mashes, like oat mash.
yeah,
Then like I can't. Sorry, I can't. But definitely, and also what I just used recently, and it is really perfect because like compared to rice, it is full of like minerals and so on, and it's pohanka. I don't know. Just
Oop, I lost you.
oh, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I think when you change the
I
screen,
wanted to find the vocabulary because it's really important for me, because I use really pagan instead of rice now.
wait, what is it?
Pagan. I don't know. I just found it on my like seznam. Like
What is it called again in Czech?
pohanka. Pohanka. Pohankia.
It's buckwheat in English. Buckwheat.
Ah, thank you. Have you ever tasted?
Yeah, I think I have. I think I have actually. I think maybe I had like a tortilla or something buckwheat. But
And
why
I
do you
really
like it
eat it
more? Why
now
do you like it more?
because it's like it is filled with like more minerals, more like micronutrients than rice. Rice is like only a carb and nothing else. But if you really search for like healthy benefits, it is better to eat buckwheat. Is it?
Yeah, buckwheat. It's like wheat, but buckwheat. I don't know. But wait,
Well,
so
the taste is really strange, but well, I can get used to practically anything which can really benefit me in terms of like bodybuilding. So I can really eat buckwheat like every day. But nowadays, I just really cycle through rice, potatoes, buckwheat, oatmeals, pasta, and a different kind of mashes. It's really great, and I really use and I help myself with digestion to only eat like, of course, only like chicken. It's like the lightest and then I just use also jablečný ocet, like apple cider, unfiltered.
So for
It is
digestion.
really great also for my digestion, and I think the digestion part, how you can digest these like nutrients into your muscles, and well, digestion is really the great of importance in
Yeah.
terms of like really gaining also the size and muscles. And
And
of course, I'm sorry, the sleep is really important. It is best for me to just go to bed at 10 and just get up at 7 like every day, or at 6 every day. Like really your rhythm needs to be really on point. Like your body needs to get used to the same time you go to bed, the same time you get up. and I think it is, at least for me, the best. I really feel the best. And when I, for example, like really just break the routine and I go to bed like at 11 or at 12, and I wake up like at 6, at 7, as I normally do, I just really feel exhausted. So everything needs to be really on point. But in terms of, you have mentioned supplements. I really like protein, of course, like different kinds of proteins, like hydro protein or CFM when I am in a diet. And also I really like casein. Casein is really also good for me, for example. And just try to use your imagination, try to make meal which is really sweet. If you are like a guy who really needs sugar or sweet, like the sweet taste. For example, I use like white yogurt, and also I put there like milk, but without any fat, of course, like kefirové mléko.
Yeah, like
Kefir, I don't know.
skimmed milk, I guess.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And I put there like 30 grams of like casein, and then I put there like strawberries, blueberries, like frozen kinds of an ananas, pineapple, and it's really delicious. And I really don't have urges for sweets because it's like really tasteful and it is really light. And then I go to sleep now, and my digestion is great, and I don't have like a full stomach. So.
And how much protein do you have in terms of grams per kilogram?
I think like I'm an exception. I can, to be honest, I don't train at all. I haven't trained at all for 6 weeks now. And it practically remains the same for me because I really don't have any problems with digestion. I don't fart, I don't burp, I don't have like stomach ache or anything. And I have like maybe 2.5 gram of like protein per kilo of body weight, maybe 3 grams, and I really don't have any problems. And I think it is connected also with me being relatively lean, and to my frame I have like lots of muscles, so I think I need that kind of protein to really support my muscles.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the genetics, and of course, how many lean mass do you have on your body. If you have like really a great amount, I think you can really afford to have like a big portion of a protein in your diet. And it is also beneficial because like after protein, you really feel like well eaten. You don't have like the hunger, the feel of hunger. And that's why I tend to have like a really diet rich in like proteins. Yeah.